Hello friends, now I am going to start the new chapter that is about movement towards the new world. Actually, this is the period about which we will study in this chapter. It is the new concept. Some new changes took place in the world in the period of 1919 to 1939 because here we will study about the period which started by Versailles Treaty and ended by development of Second World War. So it means we have to study here very clearly about what kind of the changes took place during these 20 years in the world. If we want to understand this period, we have to understand four main changes because after every wars the treaty takes place and the treaty sow the seeds of future wars because always it has been seen that the winners are taking revenge by forcing them to sign the treaty. This revenge takes the world towards the new change in the world and new dimensions develop in the world. These new dimensions create the new leaders. Why the people suffer? Why the country lost their pride? These are the questions. But it create deep impact. And the same had happened after the First World War in the world because the First World War had reflected in the larger aspect in the world. Many countries' destiny was decided. Many countries' future was became the deepen black. No future remained with them. And in the world, the new ideology have been developed during this period of 20 years. Why I am saying the period of 20 years? Now you think the first side, the end of the First World War was there. It was 1919. The Versailles Treaty was signed. On other side, 1939 was the first year when the World War started, the Second World War started. So between these two different years, the period for which I am going to discuss here, it is the changing period for the world. During this period, world had seen lots of the changes were coming in the world. The world had seen fascism in the Italy, Nazism in the Germany, militarism in the Japan, and the global depression basically started in America and affected towards the world. So these four changes had changed the thinking of the world. After the First World War, the people of the world, not only one country but many countries, became the poor. And due to this poverty, see, I have already stated just before that, many countries' destiny became deep and black. Because in this disturbance or the period of the disturbance, the governments came in the power where actually trying to rearrange their countries, because after the First World War many countries administration was totally destroyed. Even with the Germany, we have already studied in the Paris Treaty or the Versailles Treaty. Completely the revenge was taken against him as the completely war criminal. So these conditions had disturbed many governments in the world in those days. The immediate governments coming in the power in many countries were unable to improve the situation or the condition of their countries. But in those days, people found in many countries one great leader for their countries by showing them dream. I could say in this situation, in country like Italy, in country like Germany, dictators started to emerge. Dictator means one person rule. It is called dictatorship. Actually, dictatorship never comes as the established administration, but when the people lost the trust in the democracy, one leader tried to come or try to emerge with showing the dream to the people, and these people is felt by this person or the people of the country were feeling that this person will give them best administration, and in that situation such person come on the rise, and such dictators in many countries diverted their countries towards dictatorship. And it is also understood that these dictators became the driving force of the future Second World War in term of 1990 to 1939 I am talking. So here we are studying the 4 points. I already stated fascism in the Italy, Nazism in the Germany, militarism in the Japan, and global depression. Global means the world, economical depression. So first I am discussing here with you about the fascism in Italy. See, in Italy the leader emerged was Benito Mussolini. I repeat this name, Benito Mussolini. He emerged as the leader in Italy because in the First World War, actually Italy was inside of the winning countries, but the politics of the winning country had not gave them more positive results. Instead of the positive future, they suffered severe expenditure of $12 billion. So now you understand, 1 million, 1 billion. 1 million comes 10 lakhs. 1 billion comes 100 lakhs. Right? Or 10 crores. 10 crores. So here the situation was diverting for them. 10 billion, 12 billion dollars expenditure. 6 lakh soldiers' lives were lost. So it is a massive destruction for them. And other winning nations had taken their choices to territory, but the Italy was ignored by winning countries like England, France, America. So the people living in the Italy became angry and frustrated Frustrated means lost their trust in the government and they were unhappy. So, in those situations in the Italy, the nationalistic feeling started to be hurt because Italy was, even though winning country, not got enough benefits, and people were considering their government responsible for this situation, and national humiliation started to be avenged. People started to raise their voice. So, in that situation, Italy was passing through dire situation. And as I told earlier, Benito Mussolini found his opportunity. He launched his party named as Fascist Party, FASCIST, Fascist Party. This fascist party had their workers, their symbols. The symbol was symbol of supremacy of Roman Empire. It was bundle of sticks and X, AXE, X. So here you understand that they were having aggressive, offensive attitude. So, as the people were not happy with the earlier government, people found this leader as their future great leader. The fascism had evolved from Italian word. Now the question comes, from which the fascism word has come? Fascismo or fascis. It means absolute state control on all things. Means the state will control everything in the nation. It is the meaning of fascis. And the Mussolini, the leader of the party, had given one maxim. His slogan was, maxim means slogan, one party, one leader, one party, one leader. Here two main words, one party and one leader. It is the slogan or the maxim given by the Mussolini. And he had decided to give military training to all party workers. Here the word is given party volunteers, but I use the word party workers, ultimately same. And they had also uniform, black uniform, means here it was a symbol of fascism. Axes and bunch of sticks and black uniform. Mussolini was having attitude of controlling to all, and he was having hunger of the land, so he started to capture different regions like Rhodes, Dodecanese Island and the Rhodes Island. Both islands were with Turkey, and Mussolini had captured both lands. See, remember, one point I want to indicate, when the hunger for land starts, the disturbance for the administration also arises. This line is the golden line. Remember, when the hunger for land starts, the disturbance for the administration arises. Here, as the Mussolini started to capture other countries' land, he not waited up to one place, but he started to divert towards Albania, Abyssinia, and Fiumport. Fiumport he captured in 1924. Abyssinia and Albania also he captured. Means in those days his concentration towards capturing different regions, and he was insisting to spread his power on these area of the world. Now the main point comes. In those days already League of Nations was exist, but Mussolini was the leader who never gave enough respect to the League of Nations, and he declared his relations ended with League of Nations. Means he snapped away completely from League of Nations and connected himself with Germany and Japan. Here the word is given Rome, Berlin, Tokyo Axis. It was a big group of three powerful countries. As the time was changing, because in Germany, Berlin was the capital of Germany. So here Rome is the capital of Italy. Berlin is the capital of Germany. And Tokyo is the capital of Japan. So in that way the word was developed. Rome, Berlin, Tokyo Axis group. And in that way Italy found their good friends in this group. And so he decided to join this group. So in that way many people understand Italy was responsible for Second World War, as like the Hitler, for whom we will going to discuss now. So remember here, Mussolini was dictator for his country. He tried to control his country. He tried to control the mindset of people in his country, and he tried to declare as the uncontested leader. Nobody is against him, ready to fight in his country. And he was declared as the undoubtedly popular leader in those days. Right, my friends? So here we discuss today about fascism. Now the second point I have to discuss with you is Nazism. As Mussolini joined the group of Rome, Berlin, Tokyo Axis, here the two leaders, Mussolini from Italy, Hitler from Germany, were leader of their own country, and personally both were friends. It shows that both were connected with each other. So Germany, as the Italy lost lots of the thing, but for the Germany everything was clear that they have lost everything in the First World War, and all the victorious country had made a plan to make the Germany as much as weakened, so they cannot arise again up to coming 100 years. But in continuation of this topic, I want to indicate the strength of the Germany. See, after the First World War, Germany was completely destroyed. Before 1900, Germany was not a Germany, it was a small country like Prussia. I am not saying Russia, but I am indicating the word Prussia. And in Prussia, the great leader was Prince Bismarck, the Prime Minister of the Prussia in those days. And the king of the Prussia was William Kaiser, became the laterly king of the Germany. So here I want to indicate one thing, that small Prussia became the powerful Germany before the First World War. So the Hitler had clear, glorious past. So he had to do only one thing, that he had to create the energy in the heart of the people to fight for the nation against their enemy countries. And he used the emotion of the people to become the great leader of Germany. After the First World War, Germany had lost everything. I could say it was completely destroyance of Germany in all the way, economically mostly, and Germany's leaders of those days were compelled to sign Versailles Treaty, and Germans were unhappy with that treaty, because due to this treaty they were going to be destroyed in all the way, because their land, their military, their agricultural crop, their mineral rich region, everything was being fetched away from their hands. So the people were understanding it was a clearly insult of their great Germany. So the people were angry, and Adolf Hitler in those days, I want to indicate some history of the Hitler when I am discussing about him. He was originally Austrian. I repeat, he was originally Austrian, not a German by birth. And he took the leadership of Germany. When he found his chance, he joined National Socialist German Workers' Party in 1919. Now remember, this party was also known as Nazi Party. The Nazi philosophy was about nationalism and socialism. In world, this word nationalism and socialism have created deep impact in different time in different countries. Nationalism means love for the nation at any cost, do whatever we want to do for our nation. It is the concept, it is called nationalism. And socialism means connect the country and all citizens to each other. Nobody is deprived from each other, all are united. Nobody is higher, nobody is lower. That is the socialism. No class division, and all citizens are equal. That is the socialism. So here the Nazi philosophy had made great impact. After the death of German President Hindenburg, see, I want to indicate some other historical content. In the time of the Hindenburg, these Nazi party started to emerge as the great party, and they got opportunity come near the power as the ruler, and Hitler got chance to be first before being a completely leader of the Germany. He got chance to be prime minister first in the Germany. Laterly, he became Führer. Führer means Lord of the Germany, Savior of the Germany, Safeguard of the Germany. So the people were understanding that Hitler is everything. But as the Hitler assumed post after the death of the Hindenburg, the president of the Germany, he started his dictatorial rule. Earlier I have already discussed today about the meaning of the dictatorship, that one person's rule is called dictatorship, and he adopted policy of stern and aggressiveness, also led all Germans towards narrow nationalism. See, the nationalism and narrow nationalism both are different. Understand? Nationalism means love for the nation, and narrow nationalism means at any cost in all over the world, whatever may be happen with the other countries, we don't worry, we don't care, but our country must be remain great in all over the world. This is called narrow nationalism, and this nationalism was emerged in heart of the people because in the Versailles Treaty the people were hurt a lot. They were having feeling of insulted, and to ignite these hurted feelings, I could say the Hitler used these feelings. Nazi soldiers. See, here the worker word is not used. Nazi soldiers means after the emergence of the Hitler, the National Socialist German Workers' Party became one army. Today in China, one party rule is there, right? But with this one party rule, no country's army is there. People's Liberation Army in China we see today, PLA. What is it? It is a army of the party, not army of the country. Remember, in India we see the Indian army, but here the democracy is there and the party and the government are different. But in China both are same way. Here originally party was different, but after the emergence of Hitler, they converted the workers into the soldiers and the party became the army. So all Nazi workers or the soldiers, their uniform was blue military uniform. So I stated the word that the worker or the soldiers both are same, and they stuck a red strip on their shoulders. In this red strip, what was being one symbol of Aryans, swastika, which a swastika we do as the religious procession. But this swastika was used by Germans and basically Hitler as the symbol of Germans as the pure Aryans. Means he used the emotions of the people to show them that they are the great and nobody else was great like them. So in that way, during the Hitler's regime or the rule, the party became the army, and obviously Hitler was in power. His main aim was to be emerged as the great leader in Germany and make the Germany as the great power in the world. So in those days he had taken some heinous steps, cruel steps, in name of the purification of German race, means to be Germans become the pure. His policies were targeted to exterminating means destroy the Jews. Jew, Jew, Jew means Yahudi. Jew is the religion. On this religion the Israel has been established as the country in the world. Actually Judaism, Christianism and the Islam, three are very much nearer to each other, but all the religions are ultimately different to each other. We have not to discuss about it, but just I am indicating that Jews means Yahudi. Jews were coming from the region of the Lebanon, Palestine and the Israel, and in the Israel they were established. But Hitler was understanding that Jews were problematic and they were not pure. So he destroyed lots of the Jews. He destroyed gypsies. Gypsies means roaring people without having any shelter on heads. And mentally challenged people means those people who are weakened by mind. These people are disturbing the country's power. So he also killed them. I could say in his rule he killed more than 42 lakhs people. Now you think how much he was cruel. So in present day in the world, nobody wants to put his name, even for any person, nobody wants to put his son's name. Even that I want to say. Means in a present day, many people in the world are having hatredness for Hitler. Remember. So it is called that up to the Second World War is completed, numerously Jews lost their lives, which is called in the world as the Holocaust. Holocaust. Holocaust means genocide, killing of the complete race is called genocide or the Holocaust. So when a drastic killing, mass killing of the one group is taking place at any place in world, it is called Holocaust or genocide. So Hitler's attitude to expand military power to control neighboring nations, and due to this attitude many countries became their enemies, and his policy to exterminating certain groups led to the world towards the Second World War and became the important reason for the Second World War. So here I want to conclude today's lecture. I have tried to discuss with you about the fascism and the Nazism. As much as complete explanation I tried to give you. Okay my friends.